Should be.
Thank you for tuning in. It's time for another amazing guest show on Eternal Affairs Truth Radio. Please consider supporting our work at our website, eternalaffairsmedia.com. Sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Please subscribe and keep coming back. You're going to know God did it.
Hello, everyone. This is Zach with EA Truth Radio, brought to you by eternalaffairsmedia.com, online for 16 years, faithfully publishing the truth, powered by the truth since 2010. Our guest today is Chevonne. And how do you say your last name?
Chevonne O'Shaughnessy.
Chevonne O'Shaughnessy. Okay. That's a mouthful. More than I know. So, Chevonne O'Shaughnessy. She is with us this evening, and we're going to talk about everything she does. She's got so much cool stuff. But I would like to introduce her to our audience and thank her for being with us this evening. And before we begin, can I say a prayer?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for tonight's show. Thank you for bringing us together and letting us get your word out there. Thank you for covering us and protecting us and loving us. Let us have a fun show. Let us have an exciting show, and let's get it on the road. Well, I'm super excited to start this show. Please hit the subscribe, like, and share buttons everywhere. Support us and our guests with the links below in the description. All right. Again, this is Zach, and this is Chevonne.
Chevonne, yes.
Chevonne, excellent. So, where are you calling us from? What brings you to our awesome little niche of the internet?
Well, I'm usually in Los Angeles, but today I am with my mother, and she lives in Orange County. So I'm down in Orange County.
Okay.
So I'm taking care of my mother this week.
Oh,
usually
God.
she's my sister, so I'm having the wonderful time of being with my mother. She's 85 years old, and she's just a wonderful individual. So it's been having fun. I got to spend Mother's Day with her and this whole week.
That's awesome. Yeah. I lost my mom back in September. She made it to 92.
Wow.
Yeah, she was a rock star, little crazy Italian lady up in Jersey, and she was just on fire for the Lord. And she just when she was ready to go, though, I told her, she called me and said, "You need to come up here. You need to come see your sister. I'm going." I said, "Where are you going?" Yeah. She's like, "Well, God gave me a vision, and I'm going to be with your dad." I was like, What? What are you talking about? And almost a week to the day, gone.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. She was very, very, very in tune with God. And it was, I mean, she had gone through some stuff and she had things happen, but all of a sudden she was just like, "I'm done." She started she lived in Pennsylvania in a retirement place, and she lived on the independent side, and she stopped remember where her place was. They'd find her roaming around. She got her car taken away and all that stuff. And I was just like, "Are you good, Mom?" She's like, "They're going to put me in the next level."
Right.
And she's like, "No, I'm not staying there." And so she was done. I was like, "Oh, man." But it was cool. I got to see her. I got to be with her. She had she went to church that Sunday. Looked spectacular. Monday morning had a major stroke, and they said she's never going to wake up from it. She actually woke up. My sister called me and said, "Get here now." I got there. My mom was able to talk to me, and the rest was history. She was gone within a couple of days. Once all the kids came and saw her, and all the grandkids, everybody got to talk to her, and she was like, "All right." I said, "Listen, when you see Jesus, don't screw around. Run, go."
Get there.
She did.
Exactly.
So, and then, which is, it's kind of sad, but it's kind of, I don't know how to say it, but I was diagnosed 4 weeks ago with multiple myeloma, and I think this would have killed her. We're best friends. We talk every day on the phone, and I mean it's wrecking my wife, and I don't know how my mom would have handled it. So it obviously God had his plan. I don't plan on seeing her very soon.
No, not yet.
The good news is about my cancer is they found it. They are working hard with me. It's not curable, but it is treatable. So I have chemo every week. I have lost a ton of weight. I can't work. Luckily, work works with me. I have my wife who is just spectacular. And, so anyway, enough about me. I just want to let everybody know that's where I've been for the past couple of weeks. Unfortunately, I was in the hospital, and yesterday, as I was explaining, I had my first round of chemo, so I feel like I got hit by a truck. So I'm going to sit back and let you do a lot of talking this evening, and tell us all about. I did look you up a little bit. I know you're a film and TV show producer.
I'm a producer, yes, but I'm also a distributor. I'm also a distributor.
Okay.
So, which means I sell my movies worldwide. So I make them and I sell them.
Excellent.
So it's wonderful. And how I got into this genre of movies was many years ago. My daughter was about 9. Today she's 38. But I was making action movies. Crash, boom, bam. At the time when video was really big, home video. The mom and pop shops going on, and we were about making one a month. We were making 12 a year. So we were making them, and then we were selling them worldwide. And we used to even go to the markets and put on the door, sold out. So we were busy. We were busy. And my daughter came to me, and she said that she wanted to watch the movie Child's Play.
Ooh.
Yes. And I said, no, you can't watch it. But again, I was busy. So I was traveling. She went and saw the movie with a friend. And when I came back, she said, Mom, I saw the movie. And I said, honey, you should have seen it. I told you not to. But she said, I'm really, really scared. Zach, I dismissed it. I said, an hour and a half, what could it have really done? I said, honey, you'll be okay. Don't worry about it. And I got to being busy again. 2 months later, I went to her school. You know how you walk in? I was looking at all the pictures on the left, and they all looked nice. And I saw the ones in the front. And then I got to the right of the class, and I saw my daughters. And hers were all red and black. And I'm telling the teacher, what's going on? She never had these type of pictures. And she said, your daughter has anxiety. Your daughter was so scared with that movie. And I go, you mean that Child's Play? That it was only an hour and a half. And she goes, yes, it has stayed with her. And I was like, if I have the power now, and I'm selling worldwide and I'm doing all this, I would want to make movies that families can watch together.
Sure.
So that was the whole changing of why I went to this type. I mean, not like our action movies were any really bad. I mean, I didn't do horror movies and I didn't that, but I was like, I want to do things where women can sit down, make sure they're with their family or the kids can be in the room and not have to worry. So that was how the whole thing started out. It was always that movie Child's Play.
Wow. So tell me, when you were doing the movies, the action, whatever in the beginning, was it like B?
Yeah. They were
Okay.
B.
So it's straight to video.
They're straight video. Action. I mean, the dialogue list was very small. It was stunts. It was a lot of stunts. There was running. I mean, the guys who did stuntmen loved us because they came to us and we'd say the thing would go 5 feet high and they would hit it higher and do 9 feet and get into all the awards with all the stuntmen. And so, I mean, it was fun. It was lots of fun.
Who was your biggest star?
Our biggest star, we had Jean-Claude Van Damme.
There you go.
I made Michael Madsen at that time. And it was very funny. We had one scene, we had Michael Madsen, and then we had Roy Scheider. We were doing like a CIA kind of thing, and he was the president. Roy Scheider was the president.
Okay.
And Michael Madsen had been on set. So we had done wardrobe. We had done everything with him a long time before. But Roy Scheider had come in, and it was one day. I mean, it was some days where all the crew and all the people were coming in, wardrobe, lighting, and everything. And Michael Madsen had come in, but he kind of looked like the crew. So Roy Scheider hadn't really given Michael Madsen the attention because so many people were coming at him back and forth.
Right.
Well, Michael Madsen was mad. He stood outside the trailer of Roy Scheider and said, "Who does he think he is? I'm the star of this movie. Just because of the Fish movie, he thinks he's more important." And that Fish movie was Jaws.
Of course.
So, yeah. So
Yeah.
it was very
My wife doesn't go in the ocean because of that movie. But she's like, I don't know why people get attacked by sharks, because as soon as you hear the music, you know to get out.
Yes.
So yeah, it's funny you talk about the scary movies. I was an action kid. I'm a high adrenaline. I love that movie kind of junkie. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, all those, the Die Hard stuff, all that stuff, right? I was never a scary movie guy, but my cousin was big time. And he brought me one time to the first Nightmare on Elm Street. Scared the snot out of me. That wheelchair up. I can't even think about it to this day. It bothered me. That, and then I tried another one. I watched Halloween 5, another one. Horrified. I said, no, this isn't my thing. And it was funny. The other day, I had a friend over, and we were talking about all the stuff I'm going through. And he said, "You need to start journaling." I said, "Okay." And he said, "Or you watch comedies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Either one of them will fix your mind." I said, "Well, I don't have time to watch comedies, so I'm going to journal." And I have been, and it's helped, but it's not, we switch back and forth. My wife and I watch a lot of TV. Now, the new stuff you're working on, is that still movies or is it more TV?
Series. I did my first series, because usually I do just movies, but I did my first series, and it's called the Sugar Creek Amish Mysteries.
Sugar Creek Amish Mysteries. Okay.
It is a town in Ohio called Sugar Creek.
Okay.
So it is a town that is really, in real life, is 50% Amish and 50% Englishers.
Okay.
So it is a town where you go into the grocery store, they have the Amish buggies and they have the cars. You go to the bank, you have the Amish buggies. So everywhere in the town is situated. So it's very convenient to show picture-wise for a film. The Amish people are not in the film, but they have read the scripts and know that we are not doing anything to discredit them.
Okay.
So they are very helpful to me. They help us with locations. They'll give us Amish houses. The children will be on the outside looking in at it, but they won't be in it. They give me buggies. They give me horses. So they're very helpful in it. They'll give me locations for free sometimes, but they're not in it. But they like what I'm doing.
Yeah, they don't usually give anything away for free.
I know.
My mom, who we talked about a little bit, used to live in Lancaster.
Oh, really? In Pennsylvania?
Yeah. So I remember the first time I took my wife up there, and it was, I don't remember, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. We're up for breakfast, and we hear the clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, and it's pouring raining outside. And she's like, "Who's riding a horse?" I go, "They got to go to work and go to church." She's like, "That's the craziest thing I ever saw." And then, she got used to it, and she'd see the little kids on their little, scooters riding around. And it was just, it was a whole different world, because we're down in Florida. And you don't see Amish people down here unless it's, what do they call that? Rumstein or whatever, when they come down for Rumspringer. Yeah. For spring break, they all come down here and stay or don't stay, whatever. But that's not even, I live in Orlando. So they're usually down in Clearwater or St. Pete or whatever.
Or by the ocean.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, I grew up around it. It's interesting culture.
Mm-hmm.
They speak their own language.
Yes.
My ex-wife used to own a store called Persnickety, and she would go to the Lancaster flea market and buy all their quilts and stuff and sell it at her store.
Yes.
Because they make spectacular. Their furniture is spectacular.
They are. Their woodwork is unbelievable. Kitchens, all that kind of stuff is absolutely correct. And they're cute little cozy mysteries. There's an Englisher. So anybody who's not Amish, it's called an Englisher.
Yep.
And an Amish lady. and they kind of team up together to solve little mysteries around town. The policeman, of course, doesn't like this whole thing because he's kind of like the policeman, but they solve little things and around the Amish and the English. So it's fun. And they put a little bit of God in it. I'm not too preachy. I just put a little hint of it so you can have God in your life through it.
Yes.
And trying to sell it worldwide. So it's not trying to be too much.
What is it on now?
It's on Up, Faith, and Family.
Up, Faith, and Family. Okay.
Family. 4 episodes have already dropped. On Thursday, another one will drop. It goes all the way to June 4th. It is also on Up TV, and it's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Thursday.
Okay. When you do the show, do you have to stay on location with them and, get it all set and
Well, we're starting season 2. They're
Yes.
starting May 31st, and yes, I will be down there the whole time.
Okay. Do you write everything? Are you just the producer?
I'm just the producer. We buy the books because they're guidepost books. There's 35 in the season of these books, the Sugar Creek Amish Mysteries, and we use those as our guide for it. And Guidepost sends a newsletter out to 8 million people monthly. And the books are very religious. So if you want to have a very religious, the books are very religious. My series is not.
You back off a little bit.
Yes.
Have you heard of the movie guy? His name is Rick Schwartzwalder.
No.
He did a movie called Old Fashioned.
Oh, yes. I know that one. Yes.
Yeah.
That was one in Kentucky, wasn't it?
I'm sorry?
Was that in Ohio or was that in Kentucky?
Ohio.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my wife became very good friends with him. She's a school teacher, and we've become good friends with him. And he's come out and he speaks to the students. And we went on opening night to see the movie. And what a great guy! He's the one. He actually is the star, the producer, the writer, everything. Yes. He does everything in it. And it was a cute movie. It went up against the Gray, whatever that women's book was that came out on Valentine's Day a couple of years ago, The Gray, whatever. Yeah. And
Shades of Gray.
Shades of Gray. Yeah. So it got crushed, but it's still we have it, and we've done a lot of stuff with it. He's supposed to be on my show too.
He's very nice. I met him.
Yes, he got married. He lives down in Lakeland. He's not too far from us.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so we talk to him more on social media than anything else. So what do you, when you're doing your movies, your shows, whatever, where do you find your inspiration?
Well, again, I'm an independent. I'm not Universal or Disney. So I really try to find something that I can coattail. So being the fact that Guidepost has a newsletter out to 8 million people monthly makes it an easier thing that I know there's a following already. I mean, even if you look at the religious ones, they're doing David, they're doing the ones from the Bible, which is the same thing. They're kind of coattailing from the Bible.
Sure.
And in the studios, Marvel, they're doing Spider-Man, all these things that have already a following. So I'm trying to find books that already have some kind of a following that are in my wheelhouse of things that we can do. So that's the kind of things I'm looking for.
Excellent. And how long does it take you to make a show?
2 months for 8 hours.
That's just one show.
That's one series, 8 hours. Yes.
Oh, one series. Okay. Yeah. Because the show's an hour long. So 8 of them. Okay. 8 of them.
I mean, that's just photography. Then it will take another 3 to 4 months to finish the editing on it all.
Okay. And who gets to pick the actors and how they dress and all that stuff? Is that part of you, or are you just?
Well, the director and I will decide on. She sends me people that she already chose. I mean, the director is incredible with the casting, and Sandra Martin's the director. And then she'll send me somebody, and I'll just usually say yes. But there's hardly a time where I disagree with her. But at the end, I had the final say. And wardrobe, I'm very picky on wardrobe, because if it's a female series, the one thing female look for is wardrobe, good-looking people, and they have to be also the set design. So you have to make things look pretty right from the beginning.
Right.
So
is there any shows that you're watching now that you're like, they did that completely wrong, or I totally love how they did that?
Well, I did watch Gilded, and I thought it looked Gilded Age. I thought the settings and the wardrobe were incredible.
Yeah. We watched the other night, and I was talking about it. You ever watch the show Ghost?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's a lady who owns a bed and breakfast who falls, bangs her head, and now she can see ghosts.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and it's really a cute show, but I feel sometimes they're pushing it, like they're trying too hard. And then we watch another show I watch. It's called 911, and this last season was absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, this is not how it works. I'm like, they went to space. I was like, stop it. You know, you guys are cops and firefighters. What the heck are you doing to the moon? It was ridiculous. Yeah. But you know, so but I don't get the big bucks to critique stuff, you know. What
the writers didn't know where to go, and then they decided to go to the moon. That must be it.
Right. And it seemed to be the big topic now with you know, is the Earth flat? Are they actually trajectorying into space? Are they doing all that? Whatever. I don't know what they were going for, but I watched it, and the whole time I'm like, this is ridiculous. Now there's other shows we watch, like The Rookie. Love it.
Love it. That's on Our Faith and Family too. That one's on Our Faith and Family. I love that one.
Yeah, we do too. So where are you from? I hear a little bit of an accent.
Would you believe it? I was born in Kissimmee, Florida.
Oh, Cowtown.
Yes.
My wife.
At that time, Main Street was Main Street before Disney ever showed up. Yes.
My wife actually used to teach down in Kissimmee, down in Ponciana. Mm-hmm. And I used to laugh because they would have a weekend off for rodeo days, and I'm like,
yes, they did.
Rodeo days. I'm from Jersey. We don't have rodeo days. What the heck is that? But it's a big thing down there. And I guess all the schools are off. It's the Osceola County like state fair. And did you go to which high school did you go to?
High school, I went to Orlando. We moved then to Orlando because we traveled as a child. I lived in Minneapolis, then I went to Arizona, then I went to London. Then I lived in Bogota, Colombia. And I came back for high school. I went to Boone High School in Orlando.
I know Boone.
Yeah. And then I went to Rome, Italy. And I went to the American University in Rome.
Now, how did that happen?
My grandmother was part of Loyola University, Loyola University, and they had a Rome Center abroad. And I just stayed there. And then from there, Loyola could go. I went to the American University afterwards, and I could get my degree. So I loved Rome, and I stayed there for 5 years.
Is Rome's not the one on water. That's Rome is the one where it's all the old stuff from back in, Jesus' day and all that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I know one of the places my wife wants to go is Greece.
Oh, that's beautiful.
She teaches. She's an English teacher, and one of her favorite things is Greek mythology.
Beautiful.
So we watch a lot of shows on that. What's the new TV show we've been watching? With all the demigods and Poseidon.
Oh, the kids, yeah. My daughter likes that one too.
Yeah, the lightning thief or whatever. Yeah.
Not Poseidon. It's Prometheus. Is that it called? Prometheus series?
You know what? I'd have to. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she said the books are much better. The TV show's not so good.
Okay, I can believe that.
I don't know. Do you find inspiration for your stuff from more books or from life experiences or
books?
Books. Okay. So you're a big reader.
Big reader on things that it has to have a following already beforehand. I don't want to create something new.
What is your favorite topic?
Romances romances, little mysteries, cozy mysteries. Yeah.
And who's your favorite writer?
Well, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. Because in all the books that we're doing right now, there's so many different writers on it. Serena Miller was very good. She did a couple of Love Finds You, and we did Love Finds You and Sugar Creek. She's a fantastic writer. She's doing her own. So I would say Serena Miller. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I look at my wife's massive book collection here, and there's a ton of Stephen King. She loves Stephen King.
Seriously, Stephen King's scary.
I know. She's a little different like that. She likes that stuff. I read a bunch of his stuff. His books didn't scare me. His movies, I think when you actually visualize, you see it, that's when it messes with you. Whereas in the books, you have to use your imagination, so I can tone it down, I guess, maybe. I
don't know. He did one about a little boy who met in a Nazi guy, and he wanted to hear the stories of how the Nazis did it, and that was the exchange. So he wouldn't tell that he was a Nazi, and he became just like the guy, the killer. So I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I like to read. I read when I was younger. The problem is I fall asleep. I start reading and I'm out. So unfortunately, I'll read something and then I'll watch it and I'm like, this isn't how it went. What's going on? So now I'm just like, I'll just watch it and go from there. When you're building the show,
Mm-hmm.
what draws you to the main character or the what's the word I'm looking for? The storyline that makes you want to I gotta go with this one.
Well, why I chose this series for starters was 10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I had done the series Love Finds You. I don't know if you remember that ones. That was also another Guidepost series. And we had done our first movie that TV had finally picked up from us, because these television channels are not easy. You can't get in. It is so hard. And UpTV was the first one to give us our chance. And we did Love Finds You in Sugar Creek. That was my first time getting into Sugar Creek. And we did it. It was one of the books with Serena Miller, Serena's Miller book. And I remember calling, because social media was very different at that time. You did the bookstores, you did the mom and pop, the mom bloggers at that time.
Right.
So we called UpTV and we said, we've done so much social media. We really think we're going to do 2 million views on your channel. And the owner of the channel started laughing and they said, Chevonne, the highest movie we've had for this channel to date has been Passion of the Christ. And that has only done 700,000 views on Easter.
Hmm.
You really think you're going to beat Jesus? I'm like, no. I didn't know what your channel was like. No, I would never say that. We aired 7 repeats. We did 4.7 million views.
I guess you beat Jesus.
I did beat Jesus. And then they thought it was an anomaly. It was never going to happen again, because we had Kelly McGillis in it, and Kelly McGillis hadn't done an Amish movie since The Witness. So they gave me another one, and it was called Love Finds You and Charm, another Amish one. We did 4.7 million again.
Holy cow.
Then we did Love Finds You and Valentine, which again was not Amish. It was just a Valentine one. And we did 5 million because it was a Valentine one, and our star got to go on NBC with Hoda and that time, and we did film out 5 million. So
wow. So is Up? That's a Christian channel.
Up Faith and Family. It was called Gospel Music Channel.
Okay, GMC. Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
And GMC, and then it went to Up TV. Yeah.
Okay. Now it makes sense. That was a long time ago. I remember you talk about social media and all that other stuff. I remember when Amazon was just a bookstore.
I do too.
If you needed a book, you went to Amazon. And my cousin worked there. Now, this is years and years and years ago. And he was an engineer, built the plants, and he said it was just nothing but boxes and boxes and boxes of books.
What?
So if you needed anything, you just went to Amazon for a book. Now,
Everything.
they just actually were at my front door dropping something off. I just saw my wife walk by. So yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous because Amazon made their niche or whatever you want to call it on books.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
Netflix took over from Blockbuster when Blockbuster went away, and they used to send you the DVDs, and then you could just ship back.
Yes. I remember I paid so we had Blockbuster, which I loved because we take the kids there on a Friday night. You go pick out a couple movies, get some popcorn, and you know, just go back to the house and have a blast, right? Netflix or a Blockbuster went away, and then the little red boxes popped up everywhere.
Yeah.
We don't want to stop at a gas station and find it, you know, if there's even a DVD in there, right? So I would subscribe and get 3 DVDs a week where they mail it to us. And it was just, that was like the treat when they would come in the mail. My kids like, oh, what'd we get? What'd we get? You know, and then now.
And then you can just mail it back. So you didn't have to worry about that time frame. Oh my God, did I make it back in time? Yeah.
Well, I got charged for a couple because my kids would lose them and they'd be somewhere in the house and they're like, you have our DVD. I'm like, I don't. They're like, yes, you do. I'm like, that. So,
Yes.
and then, and now everything's streaming. Are you guys thinking of staying on Up, or are you going to try and get on different streaming?
I did not mention, we do have our own streaming platform. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
It is called right now ACI on the Go. We had 957,000 subscribers. Okay. We're almost at 1 million, but we are rebranding it. We are going to be calling it Lifted Stories That Inspire. There's about 500 in there. We have Spanish, we have and Portuguese also titles on there, and they're all inspirational, and they're all for free.
Well, I'll make sure we have that information in the down below. What, when you do a foreign film or a TV show, you go set down there, or you just do it here?
Oh no, I just take our films, we just dub it into Spanish and Portuguese.
Oh, okay.
Because we have a lot of people that like our films in Spanish. There's a huge Spanish crowd here in the United States.
You think?
And Latins love our things too. You know, it's funny because they went to this really horror films for a while, Latin America, but then they like these faith-based ones too. So it was like a pendulum. They were this way, and then they loved these type of films as well. Well,
my church has a huge Portuguese following. Mm-hmm. My wife runs a school, and the majority, a lot of the students are Portuguese. I think they're at 75%.
Wow,
and,
that's huge.
Yeah, and so yeah.
Wow.
In a Apopka, but same, you know.
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, and so we started a Sunday night Portuguese service, and it's blowing up. Okay. I was talking to the pastor the other day about it.
They can watch my movies. I have them in Portuguese.
I will make sure I pass that on. Absolutely. Yeah, he's like, are you going to come to Sunday night service? I said, why? I don't speak Portuguese. I have no idea what they're talking about. He's like, no, they translate. I'm like, no. It will be lost in translation, literally. So, tá bom. So, what's your next big project?
Just this one right now, and then we're thinking of 2 Christmas movies. We're going to do 2 Christmas movies as well. And then we're thinking of maybe doing a 3rd season of my little homage series.
Well, that sounds like things are really starting to take off.
It is.
When you do your Christmas movie, will it be Santa Claus based or Jesus based, or a little mixture?
I would say Jesus based with a little bit of an angel. You know, a little bit of somebody inspiring you. Yeah, a little push.
Because not for nothing, I do love a good Christmas movie, and this last one with Goldie Hawn and her husband when he played Santa Claus, I loved it. That was great.
Christmas movies are always great.
Yes, you can't
go wrong. Get a little cocoa together and you watch a movie together. It's very fun.
You can't go wrong with Elf. You can't go wrong with Tim Allen. They're timeless. We were watching. Oh, have you seen the show on HBO called Rooster?
No.
It's about a guy who writes superhero novels, and his friend runs a college and asks him to come be the sit-in teacher for writing, and it's great. I mean, they fall in love with this teacher, and I was thinking, this guy, he's teaching these kids how to write and everything, and like it's almost like he makes up this imaginary guy, and he just like becomes the superhero, but he uses his face on the body on the the front, and everybody thinks, they're like, dude, what happened to Rooster? You look like you lost weight or whatever. But he teaches it's just a phenomenal movie, and it's hilarious. It's not safe for all children, there's some scenes in it you're like, whoa. Yeah. But last night when it was the season finale, he got invited to go have dinner with a friend at a restaurant, and he walked in and they did It's a Wonderful Life, because that's his favorite movie he was teaching on. So that's when I was thinking of Christmas. I was like, because there's a timeless.
That is a timeless, that one for sure.
That's been around forever. So before we wrap up, do you have anything you'd like to share with us? Anything you'd like to promote? Anything you'd like to just get in our quill so we jump on board?
I would love everybody to watch my series on Up, Faith, and Family, the Sugar Creek Mysteries. It's also on UPTV. Like I said, it's airing at 9 p.m. on Thursday nights on UPTV. And we're starting a second season on March 31st. And you can always go to all my movies on ACI on the Go. Sorry, on ACI on the Go, which is my streaming TV on YouTube. On YouTube. Okay. Perfect. Just go up and subscribe. We'll make sure we have everything in the details. Yep. We'll make sure people can get a hold of you. We really enjoy it. They can get hold of me anywhere on American Cinema Inspires. Are you on IMDb? Yes. Okay. So we can find you on there. IMDb, on my website, all of it. IMDb is like, well, I'm married to IMDb. She knows everything. But yeah. So but that's where I go to. If I was like, where do I know this person from? Let me go IMDb real quick. Perfect. Yeah. Excellent. Well, we really appreciate you taking time tonight and talking with us. Yeah, I had fun. Right. This was fun. Excellent. Let me go ahead and wrap this up. Again, this is Zach with EA Truth Radio, brought to you by EternalAffairsMedia.com. Thank you for joining us show today. Our guest was Chevonne O'Shaughnessy. You know what? Have you ever seen Key and Peele, where he plays the substitute? Anyway, the principal's name is O'Shaughnessy, and he calls him Mr. O'Shaughnessy. Oh, I should remember that. My wife was even saying it. She's like, you should know that name. Anyway, I'm going to send you down to Mr. O'Shaughnessy. Please subscribe, like, and share. If you feel led to support our independent media ministry, you can pitch in at donate.eamedia.online. Visit us and read all of our content on our website at EternalAffairsMedia.com. And until next week, I'm Zach. Thank you for joining us this evening. Let me know if you need anything. I'd love to have you on the show again. Obviously, I'll have to talk to Curtis. Yep. Especially when you've got big stuff coming out. We love to promote you. Thank you. So let us know, and we'll get you out there. Excellent. Thank you. Have a great night in Los Angeles. What is it? 4:00 there or something? Yep. Yeah. So it's still sunny. Yes. Yeah. We had a rainy day today. It's been raining all day, but we needed it. It's okay. All right. Well, thanks again. And I'll make sure you get a copy of this. Somebody's going to email you a copy, and we'll get everything set up. Please send it out to all your socials and let everybody know. Check us out. Okay. Thank you.